Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, should of all ages, HollywoodShono here, about to give you another DC Legends video. In this video, I'd like to talk about some of the changes that they've recently made, which has actually made the game a lot less enjoyable. Now, two of the aspects that you guys might know is that you can't get any of the willpower essence from PvP, which is a real bummer, and that's a real negative impact on the game because I find it to be super hard to upgrade characters in the game. And the other aspect is you can't buy gear for essence anymore. So what is the point of essence when you really only need 4 characters to actually level up? Here, a bunch of them are 41. Obviously my guy's level 42 right now, but I have 80,000 essence. I could go level up anybody I wanted to, like for example the Joker. If I had 74,000, I could level him up to 32 and he'd be pretty competitive. So why do we have a couple characters at level 12? Well, the answer is simple. We're going to be testing out some of the cards that I don't normally use and seeing which ones are good and which ones suck. I heard a lot of bad things about Chemo, and we're going to see about that. So the first topic I want to talk about here is the gear. So gear you used to be able to purchase for 60,000 essence. It would give you 5 random essence. On average, you would get 4 level 1. And you'd get 1 level 2. Sometimes you'd get like 2 or 3 level 2s and maybe a level 3 if you're lucky. But for some reason, NetherRealm thought, hey, we want people to spend your essence on events and for upgrading, leveling up your fighters. Well, newsflash, NetherRealm, you don't need more than 4 fighters to actually play the game. It's not Injustice Gods Among Us, Mortal Kombat X, or WW Immortals, where heroes have a stamina bar and you can't use them. They have an energy currency, just like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Legends and Gods of Rome, which replenishes over time, and somehow I have that feeling Injustice 2 is going to have that mechanism. If they do, people are going to be playing Injustice 1. So, the willpower essences, you used to be able to get out of the mini arena pack. Now, the interesting thing is before, they had no common cards. They had the uncommon cards, and this Batman was not previously available into the mini arena pack until like 3 or 4 days ago when they actually made the change. Now, Lex Luthor I have noticed to be a really good card because he does a lot of single target damage. You can also remove buffs, so if somebody uses a taunt, you can get that out of the way. You can also throw a shield, which is really important in waves, kind of like Green Lantern, where you're not really doing anything and there's like one enemy up that's not going to do much damage, where you want to use your buffs to reset cooldowns and get your heals back up. Cards like Green Lantern and Lex Luthor are really good with that. I find that Green Arrow has some good concepts. Unfortunately, he's a really crappy card, at least at lower levels. Now, obviously, Doomsday, I don't think I'm ever going to get him anytime soon. Swamp Thing, maybe not so much. I did get a couple out of some packs earlier. Deathstroke is 15 and 90, and Batman is 14 and 25. I don't find him to be that rare. So, why does Green Arrow suck? And what could they do to actually fix Green Arrow? First off, the cover shot is light damage. I don't feel the need that this needs to get nerfed to light damage. I feel that this actually needs to get buffed. We could actually do a fight in PvP and we can show off the low damage that this does. So we're going to do a PvP Wrath Arena. Let's revenge somebody. Is there anybody that's like lower level? No, so the lowest one is like 36, and we already avenged him. We avenged a level 35. Let's take Zombie Nosh, for example. So we're going to take Deadshot out. Let's throw a Green Arrow in. And let's take out Wonder Woman in favor for Solomon Grundy. There's a couple different fighters. Hopefully we don't get destroyed by making these changes. Now, obviously in PvP, you always want to eliminate the healer first. That's number 1 importance. So use a couple different fighters here, mostly so we can test out Green Arrow. Now, this is the normal tactic that everybody uses with Green Arrow. Use your area attack. The problem is, it really doesn't do much damage. Like, Wonder Woman does a lot more. And as you see right there. So, here we want to go after Zatanna. We always want to take out the hero first. Now, because we took a little bit of area damage, we're also going to heal up. Like Green Arrow auto attack there as well. So now we have the Undertaker damage the enemy team, so we're going to use that just to soften everybody off the deck. And that does some damage. So now here's a little thing. Trick shot damage a single enemy applies invisibility on self. That does some pretty good damage, and I kind of like that ability. But I think that what Green Arrow needs because you have the post ability actually do a little bit more. Really get rid of this line at number 5. I'm not sure why we're using a system attack here. So Green Arrow can use his regular attack. It only hits for 701. I think if they buff the damage by even like double the amount, I think Green Arrow becomes playable. You don't need to buff the area damage, but the single shot damage is just appalling. 701. You see Deadshot hits for 1518 with his ability. Lex Luthor hits for 1579. And that's not a base attack. He does more damage when he's over 50% health, and even under 50% health, he's going to hit for 1200. And obviously, you don't want Green Arrow to hit. People complain about the invisibility, making other people easier to target. Well, if you're worried about that, you shouldn't be using Green Arrow. So, Solomon Grady can definitely hold his own, and you can even taunt. And there you see he gets an enrage, so not a big deal there, but the arrow effect for Green Arrow absolutely horrible. And Wonder Woman does easily more than that. Even Lex Luthor's ability, which I think does need a slight buff with the second turn cooldown, but then again it might not. And then Green Arrow's going to finish the fight. Just all around pretty bad card. Granted, I don't have his abilities leveled up. Some of you guys might. I'm sure you can get the area damage up more. But yeah, Green Arrow is a pretty bad card for that range, and he can definitely use a buff. And I've also seen characters go up against Batman. I also don't think he's that good of a card either. Damage a single enemy, 25% chance to remove buff from target. Not bad. You can get it up to 100% if you get up to level 9. I imagine the damage gets a little bit better. Applies 2 affinity up to Batman and his team. And medium chance for turn up meter to team. So yeah, being able to increase the turn meter might be a good thing. Really haven't tested out. This Sympathized Cure I have found to be really good, because like if you pair it with Zatanna, you have another way to heal. If you pair it with Bane, he can heal himself. And then if you have Green Arrow throwing shields around, you have a pretty defensive team there. And Explosive Batarang is kind of a buff remover, which is really good against like Wonder Woman's that throw damage buffs all over the place. And Team Leader 5% chance for damage from Batman and his team to remove buffs from enemies. That's pretty cool, because it allows people that don't have the debuffs to work with that. But the one essence that really makes it really bad is that to upgrade everything, even at high ranks, let's take somebody that has a rank 6, like Lex Luthor. For example, when you're using a cut above, to upgrade it, you need 8 willpower energy. Now, one way that they could actually fix the fuck-up that NetherRealm made by taking the willpower essence out of PvP. As you guys know, in normal, at the end wave, every end wave can give willpower energy. I think every fight in Heroic should give this willpower energy. And then you could have a higher material from Heroic, for example. But I think every fight should have it, because the drop rates are extremely low. Let's take, for example, Wonder Woman. We're going to Speed Force 3 times, and we're not going to get 3 Wonder Womans. If we do, if we don't, we could have showed off the card. We did get 2. So we need 1 more. Let's go spend 25 and try to get this Wonder Woman. We're probably not going to get it here. We did get a Wonder Woman, so we can get Wonder Woman right now, which is really cool. So Wonder Woman is unlocked. Sisters and brothers, it is an honor to fight together. So Wonder Woman is unlocked. And what I like about Wonder Woman is she does have taunt and debuff immunity chant, which is kind of cool. So chance that debuffs won't land. And heavy damage and remove 4 buffs on a single enemy. I'm kind of curious to see how Wonder Woman is. Has anybody actually played around with the card? I think it's going to be pretty good. Time will definitely tell on that one. And obviously I'm working on leveling up Zatanna as well. So the elements that they've made from the game really bad, they took out the willpower energy and basically made a pack that required you to buy for 850 essence gems. Are you out of your fucking mind? Just to get 10 ability materials. Now, probably when you're going to get 10, you're probably going to get like 7 willpower. You're going to get 1 uncommon. More than likely, you're going to get like 1 rage energy out of maybe like 2 or 3 packs. But there are weekly events that do give a lot, and I highly recommend that you spend your essence gems on that event, not that bullshit pack. So they screwed up the willpower essence there. Now, the other screw up is that the big arena pack used to give you 13 essences, and you couldn't get fucking Huntress, Harley Quinn, Chemo, or Cyborg, which means that it's going to be even harder to get that. Like, for example, we're going to open up a pack here, and we're probably going to get fucking Chemo. No, we got Cyborg. So, I've heard decent things about Cyborg and Huntress. I've heard really bad things about Harley Quinn and Chemo. I obviously have not been able to test that out. And as you can see, we need 5 more Cyborgs to get hit. But pretty interesting stuff. Cyborg mechanics, basically you hit, use your level 1 ability, then use the second ability, and it's guaranteed to hit, and it's supposed to be a heavy damage attack, kind of like Deadshot shot. The thing I don't like about Deadshot is that it takes 2 turns to charge up a good attack. Why don't you just have somebody like Lex Luthor in there that can hit every turn? And that's my problem with that card. Wonder Woman, I think, suffers from the same problem. However, it is mitigated because it increases the damage everybody else does. So I can accept that with Wonder Woman, and she can follow it up with an area effect. So, in NetherRealm's defense, they did make, for example, the Necessary Evil a little bit easier to get materials. When the game started out, you could only get 1, and they actually upped it to 5. So good job, DC San Diego, on that one. So a lot of these are available, like the Essential Ability. Now, like what I was talking about here, you spend 3,500 resources, and you're going to get 5 Willpower Energy. Actually, you get 6. So it's worth it to spend the 50 essence and get 5 more. And do it again. And it's even worth it, in my opinion, to get the 100, because this is how you're going to get the willpower energy that you need, and you're going to need a lot of it. So let's recharge again. Yeah, we just got a bunch of willpower energy, and I'm not sure if it goes above 100. And now it hit 400 after doing it like 3 times. So once you get to this point, you probably just want to stop. But yeah, that's how you basically get the rewards, and you can do it again, and you get the Hope Energy, which is another resource that you need to get 3 there. And if we use it here, we get 1 and 2. And I haven't done this fight yet. I think I got destroyed when I tried to do it. But basically, that's how you want to farm for the willpower energy. You get the chance to do it twice a week. I believe there's 1 day out of the week that you can also get this, I think on Tuesdays. And yeah, now you can actually upgrade your abilities. So, really good ability, obviously, is Zatanna. You want to get that heal up as high as possible. I think that's really powerful. Once you have Lex Luthor, you obviously want to get a cut above up to rank 6. It's a really powerful ability. Once you get level 7, which you can get at level 46, high hull damage increases by another 10%, and that's really strong. So if you're hitting for 2,500, you're going to hit for 2,750. That's a strong ability. I'm not really a big fan of Man of the Hour. You don't really need it. Anti-Alien Strike is a decent ability. You can get some decent damage. It's a really powerful ability when you're under 50% health, because you're going to do more damage than the cut above, so it's good to have that up. And Nuclear Option does do a lot of damage, but it does have a big cooldown, so you really have to pick and choose when you use it. Obviously in PvP, by the time you can use it, you're not going to really be able to use it. Now on Wonder Woman, Call to Arms is really good because at level 7 you can get strength up. Turn meter is also important because you can get a chance to get a turn up meter. And you can get all the way up to 24% turn up, which is really powerful. Goddess of War is also really good to upgrade because you can up the damage and it can't miss. So that would be the ability at rank 5. And Riposte is also really powerful once you get it at, I think it's 4 stars. Chance to counterattack, all the way up. So basically, anytime that Wonder Woman gets damaged, you're going to hit the opponent for like 1,500. So it's really important to obviously upgrade your double strike. Getting rank 5 is super important because then you have a 20% to call assist. And that's really good. That's like one of the essential upgrades. So now you have a 20% chance to call assist on a teammate. And if you upgrade this ability, which we're going to do. Alright, so we have it up to 5. So we have a 20% chance to use double strike on enemies that damage her. And on top of that, you have a 20% chance to call assist from teammates. So if Wonder Woman gets attacked, you have roughly a 6% chance to attack twice. And that's pretty cool. So yeah, we spent a lot of willpower energy on that. We're going to be using Wonder Woman, even if we do replace Deadshot down the road. So yeah, really important for that. And on Deadshot, you want to level up the wrist guns, but you also want to level up the bounty shot. Bounty shot is a really powerful ability, especially once you hit level 5, you get the 15% damage. Aim down sights. You want to at least get to level 2 because you have the chance for turn meter up on self. So basically you charge this up, and then hopefully your turn comes up before the enemies, and then you can just bounty shot and get rid of them. Now, if you have Batman, I've also found the grapnel kick to be really good, especially if you have the increased crit chance while invisible. And every time Batman does damage, Shadow Train can go off, so you can basically start the fight with Vigilante Strike, and eventually he can just go invisible and then just grapnel kick, and you don't have to waste your time on smoke bombs, because the only time the evasion really matters is if you're the only person or there's a lot of area damage. You don't really need to worry about that. Bane can also be pretty powerful because he has the Lex Luthor effect where he has Mend. He's going to do a shitload of damage. Venom Injection applies 2 mending buffs for 3 turns. Backbreaker can also deal heavy damage with a single enemy with a chance of stun, and usable if 2 mending buffs are in Bane. So in hindsight, you want to use Venom Injection, Backbreaker, and then start Venom Punch on cooldown. But once you have rank 4, you have this nifty ability called a Venom Balloon Rush, which basically can apply Mend to Bane if he takes damage. And it can go all the way up to like 48% chance. Let me tell you that, or 48% chance, and that's really good because chances are if Bane has this skill, you're going to be able to use Backbreakers pretty much at will, and your Venom Punch is going to do more damage, and unlike Lex Luthor, you don't have the 50% damage reduction. Now, one thing that I also think they need to fix is on the Flash. This ability sucks. Why does the ability suck? Because you waste a turn doing absolutely nothing. I think it needs to have like the green arrow effect while you speed up. I think you still need to be doing damage to the opponent, because while the speed punch does give you up to a like 50% chance to multi-strike, if you're charging Red Streak, what is the point? Especially when everybody that's smart dispels. So you're basically dispelling the Red Streak and it does absolutely nothing. Now, this can also be really good with the Speed Force Vortex once the Flash hits rank 2, because you can do up to 50% more damage. And that is not counting the damage from the level ups. And passive ability, 30% chance to use Speed Punch on random enemy at end of turn if 3+ speed up on self. So this is a really powerful ability too, because you can get it up to, I believe, 40% chance to just get a free attack and then just combo speed punches. And yeah, Flash is pretty cool, but I really think they need to do something with the Red Streak. I think that ability needs like a light damage buff, and I really don't like it. This is one that really annoys the hell out of me, but in a way it's kind of cool, because Sinestro has a fear mechanic once you hit Special 2. Now, what's important about this is it also has a turn meter down, and because of that, it's really good when you use it on healers or high damage, high priority targets, because instead of being able to focus the enemy down, this is probably a character that'd be really good on defense, because if you landed a rage on Zatanna and somebody's getting focused down, well, that's the difference between kicking their ass or getting your ass kicked. And this also reduces turn meter. So, pretty cool. I think Sinestro's a pretty cool card. Obviously, getting fragments in the game is a pain in the ass, and that's probably why he doesn't see a lot of play. This one is also really cool, Lex Luthor, because he has a lot of the high health mechanics that the PvP Lex Luthor has. However, Lex Luthor also gains a heal if Lex is at high health. So basically, he can speed up and heal if this Lex Luthor is over 50% health, which if you're running Zatanna and Batman, is almost never going to be below 50% health. And Metahuman Deterrent is basically like the power drain that also can do damage with a single enemy and reduce the turn meter, which is really important on bosses. I think abilities like this are really important for dealing with bosses, because you have to be able to stun them and power drain them, or else you're just going to get overwhelmed. A card like Lex Luthor is amazing in PvE content, and this is one of the cards you need to be focused on, as well as Green Lantern and Zatanna. And probably your fourth one would be Wonder Woman, and that team would just be insane. And also here, LexCorp Repair Bot. Members of Lex's team have a 50% chance to receive light heal when buffed. So this includes Wonder Woman's buff. This can include the Flash's self buff. This even includes invisibility from Green Arrow and Batman. And LexCorp Nanoman's. You just trigger a bigger heal. Pretty cool stuff. I really think Lex Luthor is going to be a really good card, and definitely going to be working on materials. Now, this is probably the defensive card of the game. Once you get Green Lantern to 4 stars, when Green Lantern is shielded, 10% chance for agility up at every enemy teammate's turn. As we know, agility is defense. So it's a defensive ability, you're going to take a little bit less damage. Pretty cool. This is the ability that really stands out. All teams start battle with stun immunity and 10% shield. So this is kind of like the Red Lantern or the Red Sun Green Lantern effect, where you can't be stunned when you're using Red Sun members. So for example, when you're on the receiving end of hammer time, you can't be stunned. I'm sure there's other stun mechanics, and if you have it at legendary, you remove 10 buffs, which would be amazing for dealing with Doomsday. If you upgrade the strength of will, cooldown -1 to all superpowers on you. So you use this, you lose a cooldown. So basically, you'd be able to use your hammer time more often, basically. And I think you can use your shield 1 turn more, which can be pretty good. And the Power Gauntlet can call assists from random teammate if self is shielded, which if you're using Greatest Green Lantern, you're going to start with a shield. And then Hard Light will also trigger. It's really powerful. I think this is the card to level up. But I also think the PvE Lex Luthor, not the PvP Lex Luthor, Zatanna, and either Wonder Woman or the PvP Wonder Woman, even Solomon Grundy can do a lot of damage too. I think those cards are really useful. I think the Flash could be usable too. There's a lot of cards that could be useful. So we're going to do one quick fight in the story. Let's pick a lower fight. So let's pick this fight here. Well, they're all level 5, so we're going to use our level 12 cards. We're going to use the garbage cards. And that even includes Wonder Woman, so we are barely above the power creep, but not by much. So I don't know how this fight's going to go. Manhunter 0 could be a problem. But we're just going to go with it. We're going to show off some of these weaker cards and see if they're trash or if they're somewhat decent. Here's a Fury of Zeus, heavy damage, taunt self-damage immunity, so chance to remove buffs. You probably want to have a healer on this team. I don't know how well this guy is going to work. So we use the first ability. If we can get that, yeah, pretty cool effect. Mend on self with damage and bleeding target. That seems to be okay at later turns, but yeah, a lot of people complain about Chemo, and I could believe that. Here we're going to use the taunt on Wonder Woman just to use the Huntress. Okay, I don't know how well that was. The ability seems really good. Wonder Woman's already level 1, taking a lot more damage, obviously. So might not have been a good idea to taunt. Love that effect from the Joker. I don't know why Harley Quinn doesn't have the assist. Here we're going to use the bleed, because we might have to rely on Chemo back. That should wipe that out. A little bit of damage. I think the Joker's ability might be pretty cool at higher levels too, because the fact that you can just deal more damage is really good. Here Wonder Woman's probably going to get destroyed. Rightfully so. effect from Chemo. Looks like it's not going to work so well. Let's use this on the boss. It did stun. Here our best shot is try to eliminate the small one. Joker's gone, that really sucks. Yeah, as you can see, don't use low-level guys on this one. Don't really work very well. I highly doubt it. Nope, he can't. So, yeah. Iron Power Creep, obviously you need a healer, so that doesn't work, but I just kind of wanted to show that off. But yeah, the main two things that are really bad about this game is that, like Mortal Kombat X, you can't change something that's already in the game just because it's a source of income. Like, for example, you're going to be spending on these timed events a lot of your essences just to get the materials. So I guess NetherRealm wants you to use that form to actually buy the stuff rather than buying the gear pack, which used to cost 60,000 essence or 6,000 essence or something like that. But I guess NetherRealm thought that was too useful, even though I really don't, because once you get gear at level 5, for example, you're going to need a lot of stuff to level it up. This is a level 6 item, and getting 8 level 3 materials is not fun whatsoever. So if you like this video talking about various characters and what is wrong with DC Legends, summing it up, taking away the willpower and the other essences from the PvP tokens, and also reducing what you can actually get from the PvP packs, and also some of the other contents within the game, please give this video a like rating, comment, subscribe, share this video amongst your friends, and as a favorite, check out my other DC Legends playlist, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch, which are all HollywoodShono. And if you want to see specific reviews on characters like I did with Green Arrow, who I think needs a buff, and I think the Flash's speed buff needs to also do light damage, leave your comments below. Have a wonderful day, kids.
www.youtube.com/HollywoodShono. Subscribe, bitches!